this guy on the left? I mean, I'm gonna look him up. I'm gonna look his name up for the title of this video, but I've never seen or heard of him a day before in my life. Yet here he is on CNN of all networks, which just, it really reinforces this theory that I have that every, black person, that quote unquote black person that goes on television has had his booty hole diddled in some way, shape, or form. And well, you are about to witness only highlights and illustrates that idea. So let's just get into it.
This morning, the president attacked another member of Congress on Twitter.
Oh, he attacked them all. Deal is that these aren't attacks, all right? Like 9/11, that was an attack. People were physically harmed and destroyed. This is just President Trump speaking the truth, if we want to be real about it. He called Elijah Cummings out, and the deal is that no matter what President Trump says about anybody that doesn't pass the paper brown bag test, they will call it racist. He can sit there and say, oh, I like that guy's shoes. Man, that's racist. I wasn't even talking about race. I was just talking about that guy's shoes.
This time it's House Oversight Committee Chairman Elijah Cummings. He wrote this: Cummings' district is a disgusting, rat and rodent infested mess. If he spent more time in Baltimore, maybe he could help clean up this very dangerous and filthy place.
Where's the lie? Have you been to Baltimore? I've been to Baltimore. I've been to Baltimore recently, within the past 2 years. Bruh, okay? Like, it's still the wire, all right? Like, Baltimore is still the wire.
No human being would want to live there.
But plenty of human beings are forced to live there because of the lack of economic mobility in these areas that was purposefully inserted so you can get the residents and the inhabitants of these areas ushered into prison as quickly and as efficiently as possible.
Infested. That's usually reserved for references to rodents and insects,
and what do you think is in Baltimore? What do you think is in Newark? What do you think is in Philly? What do you think is in South Central LA? What do you think is in Houston? What do you think is in Dallas? What do you think is in Little Rock? What do you think is in Chicago? What do you think is in every urban community in this United States?
Seen the president invoke infestation to criticize lawmakers before. You see a pattern here? Just 2 weeks ago.
Do you see a pattern here? Because, yeah, they're all overpaid douchebags. Yeah, you're right. We have an infestation of overpaid, underrepresenting elected officials that don't give a damn about the people that they supposedly represent. You're right. That is an infestation. We need raid. We need get out all of it.
President Trump attacked 4 minority congresswomen. Why don't they go back to the totally broken and crime-infested places from which they came?
Okay, so Presley represents Michigan, right? I'm pretty sure she's pretty close to Detroit, which is dirty and crime infested. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez represents the Bronx, which I just did a video about a chick from the Bronx. Let me tell you something. The Bronx is the hood too, all right? Talib, is she Michigan as well? I think she may be Michigan as well. I'm not sure. I might be confusing her and Presley. And the main one he was getting at with that was Ilhan Omar, who's from Somalia. And yeah, holy shit. Like, it's not like he's wrong. Like, it'd be one thing if the man was dead wrong, but he's not. He's speaking truth at levels unbeknownst to people such as this gentleman right here, who seriously, I gotta find out his name, but seriously, President Trump is doing absolutely nothing but speaking truth.
Reminder, 3 of them were born here. All of them are American. Infested, he says.
Oh, snap. Look at him. He about to get all up in his butt about in his feelings and in his self-righteousness. Oh, how dare he? Oh. Yo, can you feel the estrogen coming off of this dude? Golly, yo, Jordan made the bald head dope. Now you got all these cats running around here with bald heads, misrepresenting what the bald head swag is supposed to be.
A week before his inauguration, January 2017, Congressman John Lewis should spend more time on fixing and helping his district, which is in horrible shape and falling apart, not to mention crime infested.
I'm sorry. I'm still looking for a lie. Like, that's my whole thing. I am looking for a lie in anything that the president has said so far, because this is the truth. We have so many communities, and many of them urban, some of them trailer parks too. I ain't gonna knock them out. I don't sit here and sparse my poverty. White, black, brown, blue, purple. Poverty is poverty. Being poor leaves you in a very precarious situation. So yeah, I don't sparse it.
Fested. Donald Trump has tweeted more than 43,000 times. He's insulted thousands of people. Many different types.
Well, offense is always taken, but never given, you know? Something along those lines, you know? You want to take offense, go ahead, take offense. But that's really on the recipient. That's really on the person that's listening to it. One of the things my dad used to always say to me is that, you know, life's 80% what happens to you, 20% what happens to you, 80% how you react to it, you know?
Of people. But when he tweets about infestation, it's about black and brown people.
No, that's you and your overlords as CNN's interpretation of it. And that's the way you need it to be, because guess what? Without that, you have absolutely nothing to hammer this man with. Nothing at all. Because the Democratic Party spent the last 3 years just, oh my goodness, Trump, oh my goodness, Trump, oh my goodness, Trump. And you know what? People are sick or tired of it. People are, like, of all walks, of all stripes, are sick and tired of being played out by organizations such as the one that you represent, sir.
September 2014, at the height of an urgent health emergency. Why are we sending thousands of ill-trained soldiers into Ebola-infested areas of Africa? Bring the plague to the U.S.? Obama is so stupid.
Outside of the Obama so stupid thing, that's because it's more of a pejorative. Yeah. That's him showing concern about American lives, about American troops. For what? For Africa? Man, miss me. Like, a lot of people look at me weird when I kind of brush off Africa, but yeah, they ain't come for us. Fuck them. Not to be a jerk, but I'm not going to sit here and like defend Africa as a motherland or anything else like that. Nigga, I don't know you. All right, like, yo, you sent my ancestors over here this way, and you know we over here chilling. We good, all right? But nah, y'all want to sit here and be like, oh, you should care so much about Africa. Why? Like, you know what? That's the comment. That's the question for the comments. Why should I give a shit about Africa?
Infested, he says. There's a revolution going on in California. So many sanctuary areas want out of this ridiculous crime-infested and breeding concept. Infested, he says.
So are you just gonna keep going in on the word infested? Oh my goodness. Yeah, because that's what happens when there's something that you don't want somewhere, such as rodents and rats. When they are a place that they don't want to be, that you don't want them to be, it's an infestation. And it's the same can be said when it comes to the crime, when it comes to the deteriorated conditions, when it comes to the lack of economic mobility, when it comes to a lot of the elements that have created the urban centers that we have here in the nation. Yeah, there's been an infestation of a lot of wrong, particularly an infestation of single mothers choosing terrible dudes to lay down and have babies with. But I think that's for another video.
The president says about Congressman Cummings' district.
How does the bottom of your lip taste, my dude? What are you doing? Yo, stop. Stop, please. Oh, he was about to say something, but then he had to grab himself and compose. Gosh darn it, golly, I'm not gonna stand for this malarkey. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The fake outrage and the faux anger is just killing me, son. It really is.
No human would would want to live there.
No! No human wants to live in these areas. We move. It's why, and I said this in the other video, it's why it's always the start of any video game, particularly with the Grand Theft Autos, that like, yeah, you start in the hood, you start in the slums, and then you work your way out of it. No, because decent people do not want to live in these areas, okay? And the people that want to live in these areas are insane. Trust me, I know. I see them every day.
You know who did, Mr. President? I did.
Where you from, bruh? Please, I know nothing about you. I don't know a damn thing about you. As far as I'm concerned, your ass could have grew up in Beverly Hills, and they could have just like slid her in there. Hey, he's black. He's the demographic. Just say you're from the hood, huh? Like, man, miss me, family.
From the day I was brought home from the hospital to the day I left for college.
I mean, it was just so rough. Please, I hope he's like say what, because there's like less than 30 seconds left of this video. He better say what hood he from, or I'm calling complete bonkers on the entire thing. Shenanigans.
A lot of people I care about still do. There are challenges, no doubt, but people are proud of their community.
Where your tears, fam? You looking like Alyssa Milano out here. And no, people are not proud of these communities. That's why people with sense leave these communities. That's why people with sense leave these communities, because people such as Elijah Cummings, such as Congressman Payne, such as Senator Cory Booker, they go out of their way to ignore their constituents and make them have to go. Because guess what? You're not going to get anything when you sit there and try to actually deal with these folks. They are on levels to which the modern mind cannot comprehend. And you want to sit here and be like, oh my goodness, there's so much proud to be had in these communities. And that's not to say that our communities, these communities are not filled with good people, but the circumstances in which they find themselves in are bullshit. And they, instead of having them addressed by the elected class, no. The elected class exploits this. Miss me, family.
I don't want to sound self-righteous.
You do.
But people get up and go to work there.
Yes, they do. And for what?
They care for their families there.
Do they though? Because there's been poison in this in these communities that have destroyed families, my dude. What, you talking about the single mothers? The single mothers that rely on the welfare state, rely on government assistance? Is that who you're talking about? Miss me.
They love their children who pledge allegiance to them.
If you love your kids, you don't have them in these places. I'm going to say this. If you love your kids, you do not have them in these areas. You get the hell out and then you make your baby. Plain and simple.
Flag, just like people who live in districts of congressmen who support you, sir.
Oh my goodness. This is, a few more seconds.
Americans too.
Okay, that's it. Deal is that this guy is trash. He's sitting here trying to emotionally manipulate, and the problem is that, especially when it comes, like, women are a little bit better about it, but yeah, this isn't going to work over here. My goodness. This guy, I don't know who he is, and I don't want to know who he is. This is garbage, pandering, self-righteous virtue signaling, and you know what? Screw him. I'm tired of communities such as the one I'm from. Oh, you need one? Because he ain't say what hood he from. I'm from Irvington, New Jersey, right inside of Newark, New Jersey, which is inside of Essex County, New Jersey, all right? Deal is that this shit been rough since before I was born, and it remains rough to this very second. Oh, actually, things got really nuts in the late 80s, early 2000s, but it's calmed down, and now everybody's nice and primed and pumped up for gentrification. That's where these places stand right now. That's where they stand. All this blustering from this guy, man, yo, like, miss me with it. This is CNN. This is why you a trash network. This is why you're going down in flames, and this is why everybody laughing at you. So with that being said, we're going to bring this one to an end. All the internet stuff. If you liked it, toss it a like or dislike. Go ahead, do that. I ain't scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice and you want to get videos like this every single day. Share, because sharing is caring, and YouTube's definitely not going to do it. And speak. Let me know, what do you think in the comments? Did you buy a moment of this? I would love to know. If you did, please tell me what part of this got you all, like, got you in your feelings too. Please, I'm here for you. I really care. No, I really do care. I do really want to know what you guys think. But until the next one,